สวัสดีค่ะ and welcome back to At Burnside here on GBN Station. You are now with me ก่อนกันกับวิชิตพันธ์ Today we have news update from England, China, and Thailand. Let's get started. Researchers have made a surprisingly discovery while studying ancient wall paintings in a Tibetan Buddhist cave temple.A team led by Nottinghamshire University's Imaging and Censoring for Archaeology, Art History and Conservation Lab has been trying to accurately date cave paintings on the ancient Silk Road in northwest China. The studies have been focused at the Mongol Caves in Dunhuang, a UNESCO World Heritage Site on the edge of the Gobi Desert, which have a history of more than 1,000 years.Due to the high ceilings within the cave, the vulnerability of the paintings, and the fact all inspections need to be non-invasive, the research team used a 3D spectral imaging system, which allows a high-resolution imaging of paintings to be conducted from the ground. The system can identify the color pigments used at the time and reveals faded writings not visible to the naked eye.It is able to carry out remote spectral imaging of large painted areas in high resolution from tens of meters away. It then uses a machine learning method to automatically process the large volume of data. All of this can be used to help date a piece of work. As part of the study, the team was able to date the paintings from the late 12th to 13th century. Professor Haida Liang, head of the Imaging and Sensing for Archaeology,Art History and Conservation Research Group at Nottinghamshire University said, "This has been a huge debate for many years, but now our analysis has enabled us to date this cave with much more certainty than ever before." The written paper print seems to have been produced and pasted on the ceiling during the construction of the cave temple as part of the consecration ritual. That was a fascinating discovery. We believe it was a mistake.Perhaps the workman who put it up didn't understand Sanskrit. With regards to the color used, our work relies on understanding what is a particular mix for a particular period. Each material mix is a fingerprint. Taking into consideration all the evidence that we have been able to gather as part of this work, the date of the cave 465 wall paintings must be from the late 12th to the 13th century.The studies also involve the Dunhuang Research Academy in China and the British Library. Since the 1990s, Taiwan has worked on an ambitious environmental preservation plan, including instituting a highly effective recycling system that repurposes 20% more waste than the U.S.The country has embraced education, especially at the elementary school level, as a key component to mitigating climate change and inspiring climate action in younger generations. As it turns out, Buddhist children's books are highly influential in teaching young environmentalists. Nearly a third of adults in Taiwan identified as Buddhist, but this group has been at the forefront of many environmental movements, and their books draws on cultural characters to impart messages of sustainability. Studies have shown that early childhood education on environmental issues can have profound impact on people, even as adults. Literature is a great way to convey these messages in an engaging way.One study found that anthropomorphism, attributing human traits to animals and things, increased children's concern for the environment. Combining cultural themes with environmental science and real-world examples is a highly effective solution to inspire climate action for children and demonstrates how creative education techniques can have a profound effect on kids.The 2020 South China Sea Buddhism Shenzhen Roundtable was held on Wednesday. In view of the COVID-19 pandemic, the organizers set up the main venue in South China's Shenzhen and moved the conference online for the first time. Master Buddhists from China, the UK, Myanmar, the Philippines, Mongolia, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Cambodia, and Malaysia gather online.and call for continued joint efforts to fight against the epidemic and preserve people's health. The pandemic is a global disaster. No one and no country can face this situation alone, said Yin Shun, deputy head of the China Buddhist Association. He called for closer cooperation in the fight against COVID-19 among countries and regions in the South China Sea region and Buddhist circles worldwide. The organizers said that the roundtable would continue to consolidate and carry forward the traditional Buddhist teachings of benevolence, kindness, and cooperativeness, and contribute wisdom and power of Buddhism to improve people's livelihood, ecological environment, and the society as a whole. Dr. Suwanchai Wantanaying Zaranchai, Director General of the Disease Control Department, Ministry of Public Health, urges Buddhist devotees to be mindful of the foods that will be offered to the monks. Buddhist devotees offer alms every day, part of the merit-making tradition deeply rooted in the Thai culture. Amid today's fast-paced lifestyle, it's become more convenient for devotees to simply buy food for alms offering than prepare it themselves. It's no surprise that the food they get from the market is high in carbohydrates, fat, cholesterol, sugar, and sodium. To allow the monks to maintain a healthy well-being, Buddhists are encouraged to donate whole grains and vegetables to ensure an adequate daily intake of dietary fibers, cook the food by steaming and boiling instead of frying, and avoid offering sugary beverages. Lastly, to prevent the spread of COVID-19, he suggests everyone to have their temperature taken, wash their hands with sanitizer gel, and wear a face mask before offering alms or entering the temples. Residents and tourists in Mae Hong Son province in northern Thailand have participated in almsgiving ceremony to mark the beginning of the new year, January 1st, 2021. Those in attendance gave alms to 29 monks on the Su Tong Bay Bridge in Pang Mu sub-district of the capital district of the province. Su Tong Bay is a term in the Shan language, which means a wish to succeed. The 500-meter-long bridge was built across Mae Sana Lake and a vast green rice paddy field by the villagers to serve the monks of Wat Pu Sama and the local people of Pang Kung Mai Sak. The bridge is one of many memorable landmarks in the province that welcomes a large number of visitors each year. Let us take a look at how Dhammakai devotees from all corners of the world cultivated mirrors throughout the year 2020. Let's get started.
และเบิกบานสร้างที่ทั้งที่ผ่านพ้นไปและในวันดีวันนี้จะจูงมือเธอให้เข้ามาร่วมกันสร้างบุญญาด้วยกันในปีใหม่นี้ปิดบุญของชีวิต ใสทุกวันจากนี้ตลอดไป
Rejoice in all your merit, and let us end at brain sight with the Lord Buddha's Dharma quote. When a monk gets a bad and craving, cut it off at the root. Make it like a palm stump. Done away with it so that it is no longer subject to future arising. That monk is an arahant with taints destroyed. One who has lived a spiritual life, done what had to be done, laid down the burden, reached his goal, utterly destroyed the fetters of existence, and is completely liberated through the final knowledge. It's time for us to say goodbye, and please make sure to check out all episodes of our At Brainsight News program on our website, gbnus.com. Thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful week. สวัสดีค่ะ